And now for your local Weather Authority forecast with Chief Meteorologist John Mayer on Fox 24 News, first at 9.
Well, John, one thing the storms do bring is a slight cooling of our temperatures, which is always good. Slight cooling.
Yeah, that's the sad thing. I've got a graphic about 5 down the line that's going to show how sad that is.
Okay.
Ideally, it'll bring the cooler weather, but one thing it's definitely brought one way or another is a little bit of a break from just that dry weather that we've dealt with all year long. And it's been a busy few days out there. This is just the past 3 days, and you can see rain totals picking up across the board, anywhere from the Trans-Pecos into the basin, southeast New Mexico. There are a few gaps out there, but this is definitely what we needed to see. Bring some of that heavier rainfall through, and we're not done yet. Still have more storms, especially southeast New Mexico, northern basin, down into Gaines County. That is where we still have a flood advisory. Down to the south, this rain is starting to calm down a little bit. We're not really seeing anything other than those greens indicating the storms really losing their punch, but still leading to some more rainfall down towards Pecos and Reeves counties. So something to keep an eye on out there as we move through the next couple of hours. But how much longer does this last? And is there a chance we could bring some into the central basin or the eastern basin? Well, that's the big question. And while there is still plenty outside, it's really going to start to fizzle out, at least in terms of us pulling something in along I-20. Still more rain chances down to the south, but then everything dies out once we get past midnight. Early tomorrow morning, really not seeing much in the way of rain chances once we get through tonight, but that's not the only focus out there. If we shift our eyes a little bit off to the east, we see something developing along the Gulf Coast, and this organized area of storms, well, it's a low pressure that we're seeing developing along the Gulf Coast, and this is going to be a big feature for us moving forward. This is really going to drive our weather through the next few days as that low pressure slowly moves closer and closer to Lone Star State, just making its way along the Gulf Coast. Not a hurricane, not a tropical storm, nothing like that, but definitely an organized area of activity that could bring in some much needed cloud cover, some rain chances, and some of that cooler weather. We definitely need a little bit of that. And once we get towards Wednesday, start to see that low pressure getting closer and closer, and finally starting to have some impact for us here in West Texas, but it's going to take a couple of days before it arrives, and instead we still have more of that heat out there. Still holding on to the 90s just off to the east. A little bit cooler into West Texas thanks to that rain that's been moving through, but 99 degrees again today in Odessa, Midland. Yeah, it's still plenty hot out there, and in fact, we had one day where it was sort of a break. 93 on Saturday, but triple digits Thursday, Friday, Sunday, real close out there again today, just holding on to those near 100-degree temperatures, and certainly saw that across the board. 99 in Big Spring this afternoon, 94 Fort Stockton, 101 in Dryden, and 101 in Presidio. So still not done with the heat just yet. And as we head towards the holiday, well, it's going to be sticking around. It'll take a while before we start to feel the impacts from that low pressure heading our way. And overnight tonight, it's just more of the same, mid to upper 70s for most, thanks to that cloud cover staying, acting as a blanket and keeping some more of that warm air around. And it continues into tomorrow afternoon, more near triple-digit highs. 99 Big Spring, Andrews, 98 in Jowell, and we see the same story down to the south as well. But we do have some big-time changes. We got a chance to cool down, and we're not done with rain chances. Have a look at all that and more in your 7-day forecast next. All right, well, still plenty hot out there for the 4th of July, 99 tomorrow and Wednesday both, but then we get the cool down back down to the lower 90s, and that next chance for thunderstorms by the end of the work week. Friday, get a chance for some activity here in the basin, and really depending on the timing of that low pressure, we might see Thursday dropping down towards that 90-degree mark as well, and Friday, we might actually drop all the way down into the upper 80s, but any relief short-lived. This weekend, actually pretty nice, 92, 93, but then we're warming up by the end of the 7-day forecast, and you know, it's just a matter of time before they're back.
90 looks good, though.
Yeah, no, it's not bad. And still no triple digits on that 7-day. 99s, yeah, 2 of those. But we've been worse. Not bad for July, huh?
You've improved the forecast, John.
We'll take it.
Good going.